Did you know that real success isn't built in the spotlight, but in the dark rooms? In the book, Win in Public, Work in Private, by Taylor Bennett, you'll uncover the secrets of leaders and stars who control two worlds, the world of fame and the world of silent effort. Let me show you how to balance dazzling visibility with the quiet work that makes all the difference. Key 1. Public presence. How to control the stage. Confidence isn't just confidence. It's a strategic weapon that defines your fate in front of an audience. When you make mistakes, don't hide. Own them with transparency. Like Elon Musk, who turned the failure of the first Falcon 1 rocket into an inspiring lesson. Our failure was a necessary price for progress. He didn't hide the mistakes, but shared them openly, transforming failure into a story of transparency that attracted millions of followers. Stories are the most powerful leadership tool. Remember Airbnb's story? When they started with a simple idea. Can we turn our room into a place to sleep? They faced heavy rejection from investors, but they didn't quit. They turned their story into a human narrative. We don't sell rooms. We sell human experiences. Today, the company is worth billions. Why? Because stories melt mental barriers and spark emotions. Smart audience interaction isn't just answering questions, it's building relationships. Like Oprah Winfrey, who makes every viewer feel the conversation is personal. How? By asking simple questions like, "What do you think this means for you?" Or, "Have you felt this before?" These small details turn a presentation into a human dialogue. Real case study. When a U.S. politician faced criticism over a flawed policy, he didn't deny or ignore it. Instead, he called a live press conference and said, "I made a mistake, and here's my correction plan." The result? A 40% increase in public trust according to a Harvard University study. Because transparency builds trust, and trust is the true currency of leadership. Key 2. Private work, the secret behind every success. True stars don't show their effort, they hide it. Serena Williams trains 6 hours daily before every match, but you only see her on the court. Why? Because success is built in closed doors. Even Michael Jackson rejected the first version of Thriller because he said, "This isn't what I want," then spent 6 months improving it until it became legendary. Analyzing failures in private is what creates the difference. Tech companies like Google test products on small groups before global launches. Why? Because small private failures prevent big public failures. Remember, every time you fail silently, you become stronger publicly. Conserving energy isn't exhaustion, it's smart focus. Mark Zuckerberg wears the same clothes daily to save decision-making energy. Apple limits user choices to focus on experience. The idea? Don't waste energy on small details. Focus on what truly matters. Mind-blowing case study. Rapper Eminem spent 3 years writing lyrics alone in a dark room before releasing his first album. When asked about his success, he said, "Success isn't about fame, it's about the work no one sees." Today, he's one of the greatest rappers in history. Key 3. Reputation management, your most dangerous treasure. Reputation isn't just an image, it's a daily responsibility. When Nike faced a scandal over harmful chemicals, they didn't deny or ignore it. Instead, they turned the scandal into a global sustainability campaign. Just do it became Just do it for the planet. The result? A 30% sales increase and the brand becoming a symbol of social responsibility. First impressions are built in 7 seconds, per Albert Mehrabian's study. 7% of success depends on words, 38% on tone of voice, and 50% on body language. But the most critical part? This ratio applies only in emotional situations. In leadership, 80% of impact comes from trust and clarity. So pay attention to small details, from hand gestures to word choices. Real example. When an Arab politician was criticized over unemployment, he didn't say, "It's not in our hands," but presented a clear action plan. In 3 months, we'll create 10,000 new jobs through private sector partnerships. The result? Public criticism turned into popular support and trust in leadership. Key 4. Balancing personality and professionalism. Success isn't just a job, it's a balance between roles and responsibilities. Sheryl Sandberg, vice president of Meta, sets strict work hours. "I'm a mom, I'm a leader, but I'm not a magician." How? She dedicates full days to family and avoids work during family dinners. These clear boundaries made her one of the world's most influential women. Time is a friend, not an enemy. Bill Gates reads 50 books yearly, but not at work. He dedicates early mornings to quiet reading, then sets aside time to think away from screens. Why? Because creativity is born in silence, not noise. Elon Musk dedicates entire days to reading outside his company headquarters, saying, "Reading recharges my mind." Rare case study. A Saudi entrepreneur successfully built a startup while maintaining a strong family relationship through a strict schedule. Every day, he dedicates 3 hours to work, 2 hours to family, and 1 hour to reading. The result? 200% company growth in 2 years with a strong family bond. Because balance isn't optional, it's essential for sustainable success. Key 5. Adaptation, from success to legacy. The world changes fast, and true leaders adapt. Coca-Cola didn't just remain a beverage company, it transformed into a communication platform through augmented reality apps. How? Through projects like AR Bottle, which shows virtual experiences when scanning the bottle. Today, 30% of its profits come from technology. Listening more than speaking is the key to adaptation. Satya Nadella, Microsoft CEO, transformed the company from Windows to cloud. Not through orders, but by listening to his team. When asked about his success, he said, "I don't know all the answers, but I know how to listen to those who do." True leaders listen 80% of the time and speak 20%. Inspiring case study. Tesla faced major challenges in battery production but didn't stop. Through strategic partnerships with Panasonic and building the Gigafactory, they turned challenges into opportunities. Today, Tesla is the global leader in clean energy. Because adaptation isn't about change, it's about continuous learning. Why this book matters for your channel. If you're a creator, marketer, or manager, this book teaches you how to show strength without arrogance. Remember, success isn't about follower count, it's about impact quality. How do you turn problems into stories? Like Airbnb, which transformed its first failure into inspiration. How do you stay inspiring despite pressure? By working silently and appearing confidently in public. For every YouTuber, when you face criticism, don't respond with anger. Turn it into an opportunity. When you feel exhausted, don't neglect your health. Focus on what matters. Because true leadership starts when you learn to work in silence and shine with confidence. If you want to be an unforgettable star, click the subscribe button now and turn on notifications so you never miss inspiring content. Remember, every video you post is a chance to leave a mark. Start today by reading Win in Public, Work in Private, and prepare to be the Rexio Global Winner. Because real success isn't built in the spotlight alone, it's built in the dark rooms where achievements are created. Subscribe now and share your thoughts. What challenges have you faced balancing work and visibility? Write it in the comments, and I'll answer in my next video. Because true leadership begins when we learn from each other.